They're here! Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nightmare Collective. I'm Chris. Thanks for stopping by and watching my review for Poltergeist. Alright, let's get into it. I recently picked up the Poltergeist 4K. Also, there's a really cool custom cover for this that I really want to get. If you guys have any cool custom covers that you have links to or something like that, let me know. This is one cover it's fine, but I would like to have a custom cover for it. I think it would be cooler than this basic one they got. But I wanted to talk about this because I recently did pick this up in 4K and the transfer is awesome. Let's get that right out there. If you like 4K stuff, definitely pick it up. It's one of the best ones this year. But I really want to talk about this movie. So I really like Poltergeist. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Tobe Hooper's direction is impeccable. We've got Steven Spielberg executive producing on this. And I think that's why this has the budget it has, man. This had a huge budget and a big push back then. Heather O'Rourke is great in this. And so we've got a lot of people in this movie that bring it forward, you know. She's great, man. Heather O'Rourke is great, you know. Obviously, she passed away very young, but man, her portrayal in all of these movies is pretty cool. Even the third one, even though that one's a little weird. I do like her portrayal of, you know, the young girl in this. It's great. She's creepy, you know. But I mean, I like the relationships between Craig T. Nelson's character and kind of everything they figure out. They do tend to just not be that bothered by a lot of the ghostly shit that happens. Hey, there's ghosts in here, but we're gonna fuck around in the kitchen and slide our kid back and forth and watch her just get fucking slung against the wall. That shit's awesome. But I don't know that I would be as calm. Now, obviously, when their daughter goes missing, things are a little less smiley. You know, I like that scene when they go to their neighbor and they're just like, "Hey, have you experienced anything weird going on?" And he's like, "Can you tell me what?" And they're just like, you know, ghostesses. You ever seen specters or poltergeist, anything like that? But I do like that. And then there's just small things in this movie I like they keep getting bit by mosquitoes out in there, and all these little things, you know, the relationship between him and his neighbor earlier when they're the remote shit's happening, they keep changing the channel back and forth and they're trying to watch the game. There's just a lot of good character stuff in this movie, and so I think that's why it is elevated above just your typical horror movie, is you kind of have these small moments. And so Craig T. Nelson's character plays somebody, I'm assuming he sells houses and stuff like that for this big neighborhood that they're building. And then obviously later on we find out that it is built upon a burial ground and that they moved the headstones, but they didn't move the people, which is pretty fucked up. It's a pretty fucked up thing to do. Hey, we're gonna move all the headstones, but all the people, you're gonna stay here. Look, we built you some houses. You can just, you know, live here now. It's free. I know it's free. The dirt. You don't want to live in the dirt, right? You can live in this luscious 2-bedroom, 2-bath house with all the amenities, you know? They're cookie cutter houses, but you can live here. It's all yours, which is what they do. So overall, like I said, I really like this movie. It flows great. Everything kind of works for me. The story is awesome. All the characters are awesome. When we do finally get to shit happening, it's awesome. There's a lot of shit behind the scenes that happen with this movie. You could say the movie's cursed. I don't really think the movie's cursed. I think it's just a lot of coincidental shit that happened, you know? The son in this almost really died and got suffocated by that fucking clown. So, that's scary as shit. Just knowing some of the stuff that happened on this movie, you're like, oh shit, that's crazy. That's crazy. But let's get into what I like overall about this movie. I think it just works. It's creepy as hell. Also, Zelda Rubinstein is in this movie and she is fucking incredible. I love her so much. When she comes on screen, I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot you were in this. She fucking chews the scene and she is awesome in this movie. I love every minute she's on screen. Her voice is awesome. She's very reminiscent for me of Linda Blair's voice. I really like Linda Blair's voice, especially when she went on to host some stuff later on in her career. I really like her voice as well. They just have a presence to them, and when you hear them speak, you're just like, ooh, gives you chills, you know? You just get spooked out by them even talking. Anyway, I love this movie. where we get to the end, you know, we got real human skeletons in a pool that's not filled with water. That's gross. We got, you know, ghosts and other dimensional creatures possibly coming through. You know, I like the whole like paranormal investigation aspect of this. There's a lot to love here, and it's just a great movie. I just fucking love Poltergeist. It's one of my favorite horror movies ever. And even when rewatching it and I'm like showing how much care went into this like preservation and its production of this 4K disc, it just, oh, I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I have it because it's one of my favorite movies ever, and now I get to watch it and it looks incredible. I wish we got more of this for these older movies, and I know we are. That's one of the big pluses to 4K, is that a lot of that 35mm film stuff just looks so good. So, I'm not going to belabor anymore. I love Poltergeist. I love everything about it. It is a perfect movie for me. It's a perfect horror movie. It's a great movie to watch around Halloween. That's why I wanted to get this out. So that's all I got. Poltergeist is awesome. I love everything about it. Go watch it now if you've never seen Poltergeist. It's incredible. Even though I've kind of told you what happens, they're here. It's a great line. Everything about this movie is great. Tobe Hooper's awesome. I love his Salem's Lot adaptation. We'll get into that eventually as well. But I love all of this. I love Tobe Hooper. I love this movie. The effects still hold up, even though some of them, like the stuff like flying around the room in the one scene, you can kind of tell more now that it's in 4K than you could on like the VHS and the Blu-ray, but that's nitpicky. Who really cares? This movie's great. Go watch Poltergeist. That's all I got. I'm just going to keep saying it. Go watch Poltergeist. And pick up the 4K if you can. If you got a 4K player, if you like pretty things, it's awesome. So check that out. I can't even get it in the damn case anymore. Do that. Do all the things. Buy the movie. Watch the movie. Let me know down below. Do you like Poltergeist? You know, what's your favorite Tobe Hooper movie? Let's go there. What's your favorite Tobe Hooper movie? Let me know down below. But that's all I got. So as always, don't forget, some doors should never be opened. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nightmare Collective. I'm Chris. Thanks for stopping by and watching my review. Oh man.